What's good, Capital Bros and Capital Girl Hits, like Mr. D would say, or Bro Hits. Hope everyone having a lovely Sunday. This, like always, I would say, this is the in and out video. So, I just wanted to talk about risk management and briefly go over my type of risk management I do have with my personal accounts or prop firm accounts, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be a very quick video. So if that's interested you, I have to get the logistics. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do all that thing. So this is just more or less an idea of how risk management should be. Not saying this is how you should, because everyone is different, everyone have their own type of how they trade, but this is more of a base. And if you want to be profitable doing this full time, that's obviously the idea. Most of us want to have the idea, not just make it for a quick buck or whatever. You need a profitable or a good risk management. So even if you have a profitable strategy, it has 70%, but your risk management is whacked, then trading will not work out, because in the long term you want to be consistent, and having a profit, like a good risk management, is the way to go. So I'm just going to go over of how it should look. Like I said, this is just like an outline how it should be. You shouldn't have more or less this. It's just like a standard, or like what works for me basically. So like what I'm trying to say, yeah. So I'm just gonna go on. I have a clean version here, and if you afterwards, if you want this, I can send it, comment, or just pop me like the Capital Bro emails, whatever. So this is just the progress video. So I made like this alpha strategy and all the trades I took for the month of January. So let's go into that whole, more or less. So here we go. Oh, it's not opening. Is opening. Here we go. So here we go. So this is the prop firm one. As you can see, we have a prop firm one, and then we have a personal one. Let me just see where's the personal one, because the rules is basically different for prop firms and for your personal, because you have your maximum and your daily drawdown with prop firms, so it's not the same way. So this is more or less an idea I'm trying to basically give for you guys. So we have the progress. Oh yes, it was basically one chart, oh my mistake. So we have the prop firm. So this is basically what went down with prop firm. So I have rule on top. So rule max with the prop firm, they obviously is 3 and 5%, but with prop firm you have your maximum daily loss of 5% and your overall daily loss of 10%. So the first thing you should, firstly, when it gets to prop firm, you should know what is your maximum whatever daily drawdown with your strategy. So for mine, I know the most was a losing streak of 5 to 6. So now you know that is the most I've ever saw with my strategy is 5 to 6 losses. So now you know, okay, you need to work out your risk management based off that total drawdown. And then you also have to consider your daily drawdown, which is 5%. So now you know you need to do a calculation. I have 6 drawdown. So what's the chances of my strategy having 5? So that now I can't risk more than maybe 1%, because my daily drawdown is 5, so that means 5 trades and the account is blown in the sense of your daily, if I have to mean like that. So that's why it's dependent on your strategy also. Then you also need to know your overall loss, which is with the, I'm just assuming this is a 10k account, you can see 9.5 your overall loss, so then 5 you're basically out of there. And then you have your normal trade, just did it off 1%. So they say the sweet spot for prop firms is 1% for a sweet spot of a trade per day. So with the half past 3, I usually do 1 to 2 trades a day. Most of the time 1, usually I don't trade, but we'll see, like, yeah. I also set myself a session, so I only trade the London session and so on. So you can see how we started on the 1st of January, started with 10k, didn't trade, we took a dub. So this is just compounding using this rule. You can see I kept my risk management at 1 the entire time. You have 1, 1, even with the losses you have 1. So there you can see I didn't take the trade, took 1. There I just made note myself for the trade, takes you to the trade, and there we go. You can see 1 lost, so there you can see none. So overall I got 12 wins, 5 losses, 13 days or 17 days out the month basically, and profit was 750. So that same rules can apply to your personal, but now with personal you have a personal margin. You're not restricted to profit rules. You don't have that 5% daily loss. You don't have that 10% daily loss or whatever. So but you also have to be smart, not risking like fucking 50% of your account on the trade. So be smart. So the rules I use for my personal account, just saying the account was $100, I use 5% of my total account per trade. So that's a little bit more than profits. I'm using 1%, but now there's no daily. So I could, if I wanted to, I could have used 30%, but that's being done. So I put myself a rule for myself. I cannot trade more than 20% a day on my personal account. If I do this, I'm breaking my rules. And then basically, when you break your rules, you're basically a fucking idiot. So yeah. So there we got 5% daily. This is also London. And then for the same scenario, because I'm copy trading basically the profit thing over to your personal. But instead, you can see we're using 5%. So there we basically made almost 40% return for this month because it's $100. And then the same rules apply here, you can see. There we made 700. I didn't now put a percentage thing, but now imagine just the value change. So this is your personal account, because a lot of people think it's $146 is not a lot, but you're looking at percentages. You just literally made 40% on your account. So that's quite a lot. So if this was if you had a personal of like $1,000, you literally just made $400 that month off 1,000. So obviously we're trying to not lose your capital. That's the purpose of it, not to lose the capital and grow over time. So yeah, so that's why I'm just emphasizing in today's video, having risk management, and this should be a guide to how it should be. You different, you might be risking 10%. Your daily drawdown for strategy might be like 15 losses, whatever you want to call it, or want to call the things. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to make my point in this video, having a proper risk management and not being done. So the win rate was 70% for last month, basically using the proper risk management and taking into consideration your strategies overall lost and all the tiggy-majiggies. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And on your part to being a profitable, I'm still on my journey, still getting better. So on my part to being a profitable trader, this is a key or an essential to have is risk management. Knowing, following your rules, being disciplined and stuff. But this, I would say, is just as important, knowing the fundamentals and all the other stuff. But yeah, hopefully this video gave you an insight, you know. And yeah, hope to see you guys next week, or see you guys in the next video. I don't know what it might be. Do the liking, do the subscribing, do a comment if you have one. And yeah, I'm Capital Bro C. I'll spot you guys in another one. Peace out.